past is history, the future mystery. This moment is the gift.
Miracle Makers, I am so glad you're here. I want you to have these 5 things. It's your life. This is it. Make miracles. You are a miracle maker, and today's show is all about you. And if you focus on these 5 things, you will not mess up your life. I could use really, really strong words, and I really, really want to, because this is it. You are it. This world, this remaking our world, requires you to remake yourself. When you remake yourself, more and more of your miracle frequency is turned on, turned up, amplified, and you can create whatever it is you're here to create. You're so worth it. Your body, your mind, your spirit is counting on you. And whatever created us, whatever system we're in, I call that the universe, I call it God, I call it Source, has total faith that you would be and will be and are doing the best you can. If you could do any better right now, you would be. So really be here now, and really be here for the next 15 minutes, and really get these 5 things down into your core. This is it. You are you. You fully expressed. And these 5 things, they'll help you get fully expressed. You wouldn't be breathing if Source, Universe, Faith didn't want you to go on. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. So the first one is do what you love. Really, truly, Joseph Campbell said, follow your bliss, and doors will open for you where there were none. I'm in Sunset Gower Studios in UBN. This is a dream come true for me. I watched old Hollywood movies, the Lawrence Welk Show. I've met amazing people that have worked on amazing shows, amazing projects, things only a little girl could dream of. Step by step, following what I loved, following my bliss, led me here. It's so funny. I became a doctor, right? I went to medical school because I loved that. I wanted to be of service at that time. And then being of service, being a doctor, doing what I loved. I met my husband, and he's like, I don't believe in doctors. And I love him. And so I do what we love together. And we create service wherever we are. And he does love doctors. I mean, now. It took him a little while to fully get what our current medical system is up to. Gosh, I'm so inspired by the studies coming out of Harvard and Yale. And what our new millennials and doctors that go into medicine are doing, it's extraordinary. Do what you love. I became a doctor, non-government organizations, met my husband, started having kids, continued to do what I love. And this was and is my ultimate dream. And I keep dreaming bigger and bigger, and it keeps coming true. Do what you love. I heard Warren Beatty say, God, if don't store up all the sex to have sex when you're older. Don't save up all your vacation and all your travel. Don't go work and do something that you hate so that you can retire one day. Really figure out what you love and continue to get better and better and better at it because you're in love with it. That love is magnetic. Money follows that energy. Resources follow what you're passionate about. And it brings me to number 2. It's so exciting when I share this with you. I do this every day. It's a little bit scary to say this out loud. Do something you're afraid to do every single day. Every single day, do something you're afraid of doing. For some people, that's telling someone about something that happened in the past or sharing an authentic feeling. For other people, it's about feeling meditation, trying to be in their body without moving and just experiencing their thoughts and the past. For other people, it's like jumping out of a plane. Do something you're afraid to do every single day. When I met my husband again, I was kind of a little bit afraid to give him my number. But I did. And then when he left me these crazy voice messages, I was a little bit afraid to call him back. I'd never done that way. But look at me now. I conquered that fear. I was afraid to move to LA. I was afraid to go to Burning Man. I was afraid to tell you the truth at times in the past because I really wanted you to like me. Today, I'm grateful if you like me and approve of me, but I really only care about making things better. Myself. I only care about telling you the truth so you will have absolute free will to make the decision that you can make. If I don't tell you the truth, I believe I take away your free will. So I do something I'm afraid to do every single day. And sometimes, oh my gosh, when someone says something and I know a truth, I share that with them. And what's extraordinary is some of us are afraid to say when we're wrong. What does it feel like to know when you're wrong? It feels the same way as when you know you're right. It doesn't feel any different. There's not like a little indicator in your body that goes off and says, ding, 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 you got that one wrong. Ding, ding, done. Being wrong feels the same way as the way you feel when you're right. That's a scary thing. When you realized that you might have hurt someone or said something wrong, that's a big one, to go back and correct it. Big, huge, do something you're afraid to do every day. Talk to that person, make that phone call, ask for that help. You're a miracle maker. You fully expressed is the change our world is waiting for. Sometimes you're afraid to forgive. Forgiveness is radical. You forgive and you get to create a whole new life for yourself. Because you say you're stronger than whatever happened in the past. Which brings us to number 3. Dun, dun, dun. Are you ready for this? This is a difficult one too. Don't complain. Do not complain. Do the work that Byron Katie says. Love what is. If it could be any different, faith, the universe, whatever it is, would have created it differently. If you are to have it be different, you've got to express yourself fully in the moment. Bring yourself fully in the moment. That's where power lives. If you're complaining, you are what I call like taking off the lid to a pen and putting the lid back on. You're not actually writing anything. You're not actually doing anything. If you can change it, go change it. Don't complain. Complain and blame are very, very similar. You're saying someone else is responsible. The way that our world looks now is because of us, all of us. And if we're like, okay, I take full responsibility for this, I'm going to roll up my sleeves and I'm going to do something different. I'm going to accept what is, love what is to some degree, and then move into it and begin to see where you can change it. If you can't change it, then you've got to change yourself, but don't complain. It's such an important thing in politics right now. What we've got to fully understand is not complaining, but really actively, proactively getting on board with something that is shifting and making the world different. It's so important for you to understand that obstacles are going to come in your way to whatever you're trying to accomplish. Your life, this is it. Make miracles. No one else can do it. Express this miracle frequency. Know where you're going is number 4. Number 4, really, really know where you're going. Know for yourself that you will be the most authentic, glorious version of yourself. I know every week when I come in studio, it's the show that we're delivering is going to be better than the last show we did. I know that. I know more callers and more people will be helped with every newsletter and every person that signs up in Miracle Makers Academy. I know that Miracle Makers are creating the world we wish to see. We're respecting all life. We're studying science. We're initiating and using the tools within that. We know where we're going, and we're going there together. A world that works for all of us. Each one of us contributing what lights us up, what brings us love. We share actively what the obstacles might be, and we ask for help, and we overcome those within Miracle Makers Academy, within DrSarahLarsen.com, all of that world. We do something we're afraid of every single week, every single call, every single day. And we don't complain. We become the change. We remake ourselves. If we can't change it, we change our attitude and our life, our body, everything about us becomes healthier. Because we're not just putting on a lid or taking it off. We're not just free radical energy. We know where we're going. We know that one day we'll be able to reach and touch everyone that wants help on the planet. We already know that. We're already visioning it. We're already connected to people on 5 continents. Isn't that exciting? You're part of this, Miracle Maker. If you're watching this, you're part of this. This is where you're going. And this brings us to number 5. It's Margaret Mead said, a small group of committed people are the only things that changed the world. They're the only ones that changed the world. Number 5 is work on your people skills and build your tribe. It takes a small group of committed people, and for you to know how to ask for help, how to give help, how to sometimes just be a witness is really, really important. No one else can do this for you. What you've got to give inside your heart, inside your ideas, inside your personal people, art skills, no one else can do. It's so exciting. There's no competition. There's no comparison. Comparison is the thief of joy. When you find your people and you start developing them and giving to them, and you find those ideas, it's extraordinary to build your skills together, to have consistent feedback that helps you grow stronger and stronger in your ability to remake yourself. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to talk to you on the phone. And you can ask me about any one of these. It's your life. It's your miracle frequency. If you're hurt, if you've been hurt in the past, and I've said this for years, hurt people hurt people. If you've been hurt by someone, they hurt you because they were hurting. Hurt people hurt people. Don't take it personally. Let the hurt go. Talk to it with someone. That's the only way you can build giving, receiving, and witnessing. So I hope you'll call in. I hope you'll join us on Miracle Makers Academy this week, this Sunday. We are doing calls every Sunday now. We love you so much. We're here for you, and we're going to take calls. We've got Tony is our producer in studio. Hi, Tony.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm fantastic. Thank you for keeping me company and doing all
and
the
you look
work.
gorgeous in orange.
Oh, thank you, darling, darling. Woo, woo. I do love Hollywood fashion. I want to give a shout out to the Royals in Paris. It's a store in Beverly Hills. They've been dressing me lately. Ooh. And so it's such a beautiful store. The Royals Paris is the Royals Paris. They gave me this gorgeous dress for a charity function for the award ceremony that we're going to, and I just want the dresses. That's it. The Royals Paris in Beverly Hills. If you need to get dressed, and if you want to just see some of the gorgeous gowns that I've been wearing lately, the award ceremony coming up soon in Ontario. It's this beautiful organization that recognizes women that rock. Gave me an award, and so of course the Royals, Paris and Beverly Hills will be dressing me. And so I'm so excited about that for all of us. I mean, to really, really show up, win this, and to be recognized for an award, because being of service, it's for every miracle maker that to receive this award. It's for everyone else and for yourself. When you allow yourself to receive, wow, darling, you look fabulous. And you enjoy sparkling, winning, creating this huge frequency within you that only you can express. It took me a little while to really, really receive all these magnificent gifts that are constantly being offered. And the royals in Beverly Hills with their fabulous gowns and jewelry, dressing me. I've turned down so many awards, and now this Women That Rock, they're like, please just take this award. And I'm like, yes. So I'm being dressed, I'm receiving this award, this recognition. That was something I was afraid to do. Why was I afraid? Because I'd rather be of service. But being recognized in these organizations, in these gowns, is being of service. It lets every miracle maker working with me, or you, every village girl, every Kansas boy. Tony's a Kansas boy. Yes, he would wear this. Okay, awesome. I know we've got calls. Tony, anything you want to add before we take calls?
I think, most people would relate to what you're saying, because one thing about you relate because you're being authentic to them about your journey.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And so I think that's why people really are gravitating to you. And so
yeah, thank you, Tony. That's so awesome. It's so fun. I thank UBN all the time for, and Tony's the CEO owner. He's been doing this, and it's been a journey here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
6 years. 10 years in podcasting, but
10 years for UBN, Sunset Gower Studios. This studio, UBN, has produced so much content. Thank you.
A lot.
So
being
much.
Part of it.
And has really supported us so much. I know we've got so many callers on. So tons of callers. Let's take the first caller.
All right.
Welcome. It's Dr. Sarah Larsen. Just say hello, and we'll hear you. Hello.
Hi, is it me?
Hi, it is you. Welcome.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for taking my call, Dr. Larsen. I called to seek guidance from you regarding maybe better or new career opportunities in the near future. I'm currently working now, but I have this strong urge, to seek new and better employment or career opportunities, but I'm still uncertain of which direction to take. I have been thinking of having a partnership with my son who will be done in college this December and would like to pursue his career in martial arts. He would love to have his own studio, and I thought of an idea, or maybe I could support that, and that becomes like a family business. So I could help him start it out. Since I'm good in the admin and bookkeeping part of a business, then maybe I could do that part. He'll run the teaching part, and
what I see for you.
Do you think that would be a good idea, or better for me to seek employment somewhere else?
I think it's a great idea because it's something that you can build right now where you are. I don't know what this means to you, but the word untouched, don't touch, untouch keeps coming up, and it's in reference to the work that you're doing now. And I think it also means your sensitivity. You're very sensitive to things.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is that a true statement?
Yes, I'm very sensitive. That's correct.
You're very, very sensitive. So if you were working with your son and your son wants to make you happy, very much so all the time, and it's great work that you'll be able to do, but you've got to become very, very strong to be able to receive feedback and love and that kind of work with him. I see it going very, very successfully, and I see it as something that you could start building right now, doing the work that you're doing. 5 different sources of income, one of which might be a product that could be utilized in the martial arts world, or could be utilized that you begin to kind of start representing and selling now. And so it builds the space, the location, what you guys are going to do together.
Okay. Do you think this is coming in the near future? Like
I think
maybe.
you've wanted to start this for a while now. And I think you
Mhm.
have thought about working on this and working with him. You've talked to him about it. And so you have to take action steps. And the first spot
Oh,
is it's so inexpensive online to have something that you can sell,
oh,
that you can invest in, that is the name of the shop that you would open.
mhm.
And it starts showing up and branding you guys until you're ready
Oh,
to
really?
open the physical location.
Mm. Oh, that's interesting. I never even thought of that. Because when you mentioned 5 different sources of income, this would be one of them.
This would be one of them. And
Online.
the other is right now you can offer other people support and phone calls and work. I'm calling it virtual assistant.
Oh,
And you
okay.
haven't necessarily offered that yet as well.
Mm.
But that will
In the
build
martial
your
arts business, right?
right within the martial arts business. There is a great martial arts museum in on Burbank here in Los Angeles. They are internationally
Oh,
recognized. Picking up the phone and
mhm.
calling them and saying, talking about your son, talking about the martial arts, and looking for a product that they might have that you could start talking about and selling, connecting your son's name to that and developing it where you are.
Oh, I see.
And you
Oh,
really
that's a great
are on a
idea.
discovery. You're on a self discovery right now. You've done this a few times, but this time you've got to act. Pick up the phone. Who you
Oh,
are
okay.
is so beautiful, and you supporting your son, building a business with your son will help you not be as sensitive to what other people are saying. It will help
Oh,
you
okay. That's
develop
good.
so huge. And I love that. I love that for you. And I see that. So, will you call the museum? Will you look for a product that you could represent? And will you call us next week
Oh,
and let us know where you
definitely.
are with that? Or
Yes.
if even
Oh,
if you
surely.
don't,
It's in Burbank, you said, right?
it's in Burbank. It's a great museum. It's so beautiful. They host events there. They have guest speakers and teachers. And you could already start putting on an event for when your son, for your son, connect them with that. And really, they have so many resources there for you to be able to utilize them.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yes, I will definitely call them and see what they have so we could get going.
Get going.
Oh, thank you so
You're
much.
a wonderful mama. He is a great son, is what your guides are saying. And just
Oh, thank you.
as you're speaking, you've taught him so well. He wants to make you happy and
Thank
he loves being strong for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yay.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You're
You know.
welcome. You're so welcome. I look forward to please write in the comments or follow up with us next week and let us know how it's going.
Okay, I will do that. I'll
Thank
definitely do
you.
that. Well, thank you so much. It's
You,
such a big
you
help
you're
for your
welcome.
guidance.
Oh, and Tony,
Appreciate it.
don't drop the call. Let them stay so they can keep hearing the show. Awesome. Thank you so much. We can take the next caller. Welcome, caller. It's Dr. Sarah Larsen.
Sarah, Dr. Sarah, it's Andrea.
Hi, Andrea. I love hearing your
You know,
voice.
the last time I spoke with you, I was lost. I was in pain. I was not eating. I was not sleeping. And I spoke to you and you told me how much I needed to do that. And I've been doing that. And right now I'm feeling like I'm flying with the universe is taking me. Yesterday I got a phone call. I didn't expect to go anywhere, but I got a phone call, and I'm going on a cruise with a friend of mine. And one of the places we're going is Costa Rica. I have wanted to go to Costa Rica and help the children there so very much for so long. And this is the first time I'll be able to see the country, and I'm really excited. I'm writing my book, and I love you, and you really have helped me so much. I feel like I'm riding on a wave.
I love that you're riding on this wave, and the gifts that you will bring within your spirit, within your heart. And you've done this before, but on the cruise, do a lot of ritual for yourself as you're moving through, because you are starting a new life. And your body is being remade, and that's part of the reason. It's sort of like you're in the womb, in water, in your mama's belly is liquid water, this pond, right? And you're now in Mother Earth's pond on this boat. Mm-hmm. And so in there, and so on the boat, the way that you eat, the way that you talk, the way that you connect, let it really be from your goddess, God, connected to source, moment by moment, in ritual. And so I see you being able to help so many children and making such a difference.
Oh, Sarah, it sounds wonderful. First of all, I am so attracted to water, to the ocean. The last time I spoke with you, you said I was a newborn baby and that I would have my ups and downs, which is, of course, what I've had. And I am looking so much forward to this cruise. What else can I do aside from listen to people and help people? Because I know I will be able to do that.
So, and you do so beautifully. Make sure that you give them your number and a way to follow up with you. And then the other thing has to do with being out on the water at night during the moon, like when the moon is out. And one of the things that you help people do is break addiction. Break addiction. And
my own addiction?
You say
or other people's?
You say prayers with them on the water, with the moon, to God, to source, to the universe, and you let them dump their addiction into the ocean.
Oh, God, that sounds so, so beautiful. I can't tell you how much you've meant to me and how you've started me on this journey that I'm taking off on. But when I get lost, I get scared. And you help me get back on my feet. And I just thank you so much. I did want to ask you, do you see in my near future a man with unconditional love?
I do. I know men have been attracted to you, but they're not healthy men in the past.
Right.
Now I see a very healthy man coming, and on the cruise, just have fun and be your warm, wonderful, gregarious self. And I see like this possibility of him being able to make it on the cruise. I'm going to say that another way. God. Is have as much fun as possible. Don't think too much into the future. Just play, play, play. Do the ritual. Do the releasing of addiction. And like there is a strong magnetic call for him to either be with you on this cruise in Costa Rica or find you very, very soon through one of the people. I think that's one of the reasons to really hold the follow up with. Make sure everyone has your number and that you have their number. It's the start of... I want
to quickly tell you, I'm in this little group, and this woman was having a lot of problems. And I said to her, here's my number. If you ever want to call me, I'll be available. Well, she called me, and we're going out to lunch. And I'm so excited because I feel like I'm really helping her. And it's the most beautiful feeling in the world. So, yes, I'm starting to do that. And also friends of mine who have been very arrogant or judgmental, they seem to be less and less and less and more loving, which makes me so happy that they can do that for themselves. But I thank you. I know I'm going to have a ball on the cruise. I spoke to the guy that I'm a friend that I'm going to be with. He's not a lover, but a friend, and he and I have such a ball together. It's great. We just have so much fun. So thank you for everything you've told me, and I will get back to you and let you know how things are going.
Oh, I can't wait to hear from you. Thank you. Keep us in the dialogue or in YouTube. Let us know. Post some pictures on Facebook of Costa Rica. We want to be with you too and send you all this love while you're there.
Okay, I have to find out how to do that. I'm not really good with that, but I am going to find out how to do that.
Awesome.
Because I do want to send you pictures.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Love you. We'll talk again soon. Bye for now.
Okay.
Bye. Tony, we can take the next caller. It warms my heart so much when you call back. Thank you for calling back and letting me know how our conversation changed your life. So many people come in, and I get so many from the people that hire me, but I really, really love hearing this here. So thank you for calling. It makes such a difference. Welcome, caller. It's Dr. Sarah Larsen. Welcome, welcome. Hi. It's you, I think, my darling. Can you say hello? If you just want to hear, we'll return you back to the queue. But if you say hi, 541, say hi. All right. Well,
hello, is that me?
It is you. Hi, darling.
Hello, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Oh my gosh, you're going to be
Me
on the
too.
Call tonight, and we are building coaches. Next year, we're going to open up the program to other people as well to make Miracle Maker coaches, but you've been in the coaching program, and you're getting coached. So I love that you call in. How are you?
I'm doing really, really well, and, it's kind of a ditto situation. What I love about you the most is your ability to be a catalyst. You're yourself, and I'm myself, and yet there's the principle where there's two energies doubles the energy, and no two of us are alike. So it's like not a comparison, which is of no use, and it's just this beautiful way to live and be supportive. I see myself as Dr. Sarah. I see myself, and so to really mirror that, the energy that is running right now for me is to clean out every little corner, every little desk, every tiny little piece of paper that has really actually been in queue for me to do for a while, and I was distracted in a relationship.
I want to break that down for everyone that's listening. If you could have done it alone, you would have, right? You've had the wisdom, the knowledge, and then Spirit brought you, the universe brought you, God brought you, me. We've been working together for maybe about a month. But all of the transitions, all of the change, all of the everything that you've learned is being applied because two of like mind got together. That's an Ernest Holmes quote. He developed science of mind, and we now have all of this research and science that shows when two people sit together, they generate a field that's larger than each of them individually. It's like a musical instrument being played. And these two instruments are equivalent to 4 or more instruments playing. And people that know how to do this well, and Lily, you know how to do this so beautifully and so well, that you just are, just taking off. The rocket ship in your life, the miracle frequency, everything you've intended, because of that principle, two of like mind. Because and each of us, if I could have done it by myself, the healing before I met my husband, I would have done it. And when we commit to a program or commit to another, we really are committing to the greatest thing that we can bring forward. So Lily, I can't thank you enough for jumping on board. You really make such a huge difference wherever you are.
Okay, so the biggest help I need right now is I need somebody that knows Ubuntu and Linux system.
I love Ubuntu, and I've got a reference. We'll talk about that in coaching tonight. He is the founder of Ubuntu movement in South Africa, and he wrote several books. And it broke down the banking system in South Africa, went after them. I'm trying to recall his name fully. He wrote so many books, and he comes to Los Angeles often. But, for some reason,
That's a little more esoteric. That was more esoteric than, I understand what Ubuntu means, and what's going on in Africa, but I'm talking about a computer that I'm trying to revive that has the Ubuntu Linux system that doesn't have any Microsoft, because and this dovetails into the effect that is happening because I've plugged into your consciousness and what you're doing. And I had set myself up, like you said, a long time ago, and prior to understanding the full abundance of my own soul through my creativity. And along the way, during poverty consciousness, I can't afford this or that. Well, then I would just go ahead and buy a webcam, for instance. Maybe it wasn't the highest resolution, but I got that. I got the Ubuntu system on this HP tower that had crashed. Things like that. Now, all of a sudden, I'm watching Director Sarah Larsen with cameras and suspended microphones. See, I was a professional musician, so I know it's really important to have the right equipment to be able to reach out and to be able to be networking for my book, for my chocolates. Everything that you just in the 5 things, love what you're doing. Well, I really love creating. That turned into Blessed Chocolates. The first thing I created was the book, Zen Humor. That was back in 2006.
Zen Humor is fabulous.
360. I actually have them.
Right.
I just need to set up this computer so I can get myself rolling.
Well, and it feels like you just have to meditate about 20-25 minutes around that, and you get downloaded on what the next steps are. You're a computer programmer yourself, and so you know exactly how to kind of rewrite it to some degree. A computer programmer might be an extreme way to say it, but you know what you're doing within the system. So you just need to meditate, and the system will tell you after about 20 minutes of sitting quietly with it what the next step is. And you take a couple, and you've done that before in every area of your life. And so, Lily, we will address this a little bit more on tonight's call. I love you, and I'm so glad you're here.
I am glad to be here, too, especially with you and Greg and the kids and Amanda and Audrey and Lena. Oh, my gosh.
So beautiful.
And I wanted to let you know, when you talked about the things that you were afraid of, the fear, I'm not sure if it's a fear, but, I would really like to be there on the 30th, and I just am not aware of how I could actually physically do that. And the thing that came up was just to go ahead and bilocate,
So Lily is talking about a birthday party that we're having on the beach free sunset ceremony at Creative Chakra Spa down in Marina Del Rey. It's this exclusive spa location office. We've invited everyone that wants to come down. Greg and I love to give for our birthdays. This year, Greg gave in Puerto Rico, the whole family down there. This year on the beach, you have to come down there to experience what we're giving you. But it's a sunset ceremony. And Lily, I have a feeling that there'll be people coming from your neighborhood. And we'll address that a little bit more on the call tonight from Pleasant Valley coming in.
Right.
And we'll, if you really want to make it happen, I made it to Burning Man. I'm getting literally, you know, like this little girl made it to Burning Man. You can make it here where you've been before. We'll make it happen, love.
All right, darling.
Thank you so
Big
much.
blessings to you. Thank
Big
you for the call.
blessings. You're welcome. Let's take the next caller. 323. Welcome. 323. You're up next. Hi, it's Dr. Sarah Larsen. Can you hear me? Welcome.
Hi, do you hear me?
I can hear you. Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
Hi, this is Alex.
Hi, Alex.
Hi, how are you?
I'm so good. How's it going?
It's going pretty well, but there's a couple setbacks, I should say. First one was my health. Like I had sort of a lot of itching and rash on my back, and that was really bothersome for a while. And I finally gave in and took prednisone, and it's calmed down. But that's something that's kind of, I'm trying to clean up my body and all that kind of stuff at this point.
So
that's one thing.
There is allergies happening, and it's interesting how it shows up. So it's an allergy rash, and it feels like it's with hot water or it's around your cycle as well. So it's like bath time or water. When you're in or out of a bath, it's intense.
Yeah, more so.
But
I mean, that's not something I can avoid.
Right.
Obviously.
No, it's not something you can avoid. But what it feels like is there's I would love for you to bring in, and I think you've probably tried this before, but it's been a little while, which is the bee pollens and the bee waxes. And I want you to directly, and you might want to make your own. An oil that you really, really love, whether it's coconut oil or castor oil, mixed in with some really high grade honey, bee pollen wax, honey bee wax. Did that make sense?
Well, I know bee pollen and I know honey, but I'm not sure what the wax part is.
So there's something
wax.
that is beeswax. You know that old saying, it's none of your beeswax.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
So you can buy, but a little bit
I can buy
of, and you might be able to find something at one of the markets that has like castor oil, coconut oil, a little bit of honey, a little bit of bee pollen, and a little bit of beeswax in it. And you, and I personally feel that it's really important for you to have more fats in your physical food diet.
Okay.
So like there's not enough, does that sound right? Like avocado, coconut, uncooked, raw fats in your diet.
I mean, I do eat those things. You know, it's not like I'm trying to take those out or something. I mean, I eat those. You know, I don't know if other things block them or whatever, but I do eat a fair amount of fat. Maybe not. I don't know how much. You know,
flaxseed. I love krill oil, which is if you don't mind a little bit of that. We tend to be plant-based, so sometimes we, like Greg won't and Tyler won't take krill oil, but that just for a short period of time might be something to bring in. That's what your body's asking for.
Okay. Yeah.
So topical
So
things
there's
with
that. Yeah. Sorry.
yes,
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Topical things with honey mixed with castor oil and coconut oil, and then to take in better oils.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So the oil that you're talking about is to put on the body, on the actual skin.
Yeah, it's a great way to
coconut
absorb
and
it.
yeah.
Yes, and you can take it
Yeah.
internally as well.
Okay.
Both.
Okay.
And then what was the other
Thank
question?
you.
You're so welcome.
The other question was just, so I'm taking an actor's workshop where you write part of the play and stuff like that. And I've decided I'm going to write daily and like kind of really take this in and everything. But what I realize is I get plagued with kind of self-doubt and going back and not being clear enough with what I want to say, like feeling like, and then I start to get really wrapped up in my head and have self-doubt around the whole thing, and then I start to feel, it's like
Alex, this is what your
I've decided
system is
go ahead.
saying would be really great for you is to do a little piece of art, sketch, stick sketch art that kind of conveys what you're trying to get across on a page. So it's like, because you're doing playwriting, it's like you're doing the sketching. This is how your mind is saying you will do it easily, is if you have a visual image of what you would see in studios, sort of like the Disney would do these pictures. You could even cut them from magazines, but what you're trying to convey on the page in an image first, then write about it.
Okay.
So you know how they do stills for shows or for plays with the costumes and all of that? Do one for each page segment that you're writing about. So an overall one for Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. So one for one page image for Act 1, one page image for Act 2, one page image for Act 3. Then within each of those pages, what you're writing on, break it down that day. Start with the image first of maybe 3 images of what's happening in Act 1. And then you write about that, or you create that.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
That works beautifully.
Yeah, because the other thing is I start to feel like this kind of like bad about myself. You know what I mean? That's the other part. Like, I can't get clear. I can't get, you know what I'm saying? So
you're so visual.
That's part of the
so
challenge.
Once you get the visual down, and it's so funny because you'll feel great every time you're like, wow, I got the visual. Then the incentive to create from that and recreate from that until you're really happy with it is awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Alex,
I will
thank
try
you
that.
so much. Tony, can we
Thanks.
you're welcome. Can we take one more, or are we? Oh, wait. Well, all right, we'll take one more. Welcome, caller. It's Dr. Sarah Larsen. We got to be quick. Tell us what you can say. Hi. Can you hear me?
Hi, Dr. Larsen. This is Lori.
Hi,
Can you hear me?
Lori, we can hear you. So glad you're here. We've got a show after.
Enjoying every minute. I appreciate the callers, too. I know time is short, but I'm stronger than whatever happened in the past, and I wondered if you could just give me anything.
You know what, Lori? You are changing. And there is a cute little book that's wanting to come through you. And so it's funny because there's an urge to create right now around that. And so I'd love for you to sit, even after the call today, and let something pour out into paper. Handwritten pour out into paper.
Awesome. Perfect.
I love you. And I will see you in Miracle Makers Academy Sunday. We have another call this Sunday.
Sounds great. I'll be there, and thanks to everybody.
Thank
you.
Much
gratitude.
Much
and
gratitude
love.
And love. Bye for now. Tony, thank you. Miracle Makers, thank you. And we'll see you here next week. Bye for now. Bye.
The past is history. the future mystery. This moment